Hey everyone, this is Aaron with Crypto Trends. Today, April 7th, 2019. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Upthrust, can they hold it? We're going to be taking a look at those two. Also, other altcoins, how are they doing? So, this is just taking a look at altcoins and the recent pump we had. Just really, within the last half hour. So we're going to be taking a look at that. See if they can hold it. Where are things going? So please keep in mind that this is not financial advice, just my opinion. To start off, though, let's start off with some very, very bullish news. So let's go take a look at that. And this is an article from CNBC, our favorite. It says CNBC counter indicator. Wealth manager predicts BTC crash. Yeah, so you can go ahead and read that, but we know that that CNBC has been about 95% wrong. So, and this is a very bearish article, so that means it's at 95% bullish. So there you go. We'll see how that works out. So I thought that was funny. And yeah, so we'll see. Okay, so how are things looking? Well, let's go over to CoinGecko, okay? And as you can see, the market cap is almost at, it's a 186 right now, 186 billion. Bunch of greens, bunch of red on the hourly, right? And overall, we've had pretty good last few days, right? So let's go take a look at Bitcoin. Well, yeah, let's go take a look at Bitcoin. And as we can see right now, that we went through this little channel of trading area here, which was very nice. And then up near the end, where I'm circling, of course, nice pump. And that was that's from Asia, okay? And that's from Asia, so they got all excited and they drove this up. Is that true? Is what I said just true? Well, what I have here on this chart, the way it's marked up, it's called Wyckoff. And so you'd have BC, that's the buying climax, and you'd have secondary tests and automatic recovery and all this terminology and stuff. And as you can see, I had a target box here and it hit, and then I had a target box here and it hit, and then another target box here and it hit. So we'll see where it goes, and that's the power of Wyckoff. Isn't that interesting? Wyckoff, it's like magic. And if you don't know, I'm talking about Richard D. Wyckoff. He was a tape reader. You may have seen in the movies where the big old ticker tapes come out of those little printing machines. Anyway, he was one of those guys that analyzed that back in the day. And he came up with this. He was following the market makers, the composite operators. And at his time, those were people like J. Paul Getty, John D. Rockefeller. Yeah, those guys were alive at that time doing investments. And he was analyzing how the big boys like them actually invested, and following their mentality and so on and so forth. And then also, how can you tell that if a CO, a composite operator, a market mover or market maker is involved in a coin? And right now we can look at this. This is a very short-term pattern. It's a 30-minute pattern here. And this works on larger time scales, of course, but just looking at this 30-minute pattern here, we can see that the marking up and the labeling works. And that is something that when you can do that, it's like, okay, yeah, there is a composite operator manipulating this coin. That's what they do. They manipulate the coin. So manipulation is not a bad thing. We actually look for it, and it actually brings, to me, it's comforting to have manipulation in a market, because then I can say, oh, okay, this is cool. I pretty much have a better guess of what's going on. And so right here I have this UT box. That's the Upthrust. So that's Bitcoin and just went zero. So what can we expect further? Well, we can take this little line basically, and a lot of people are just gonna, it's not exact, okay? It's just like uptrend, right? A lot of people are going to say, oh, it's going to be bouncing off this line and perhaps down, perhaps come back down and hit it like that, and then we'll see a bounce, whatever, right? Or it could go all the way down to here to this blue support line, like that. Pullbacks, right? Pullbacks. And pullbacks do happen, of course. Even in Wyckoff, they happen. Yeah, you see that right there? Yeah, so we have an upthrust going on here. And as we can see, as soon as it passed the buying climax, which was the previous high, it got rejected. It went up a bit, and that was on a wick, and then it came back down. And so right now it doesn't look like, yeah, it came down a little bit hard, but one thing to note is the volume here. When it was shooting up, when it was going up, it took a lot of effort to get it up that high. So that means that, and then the person just got some of the coins back, the CO. So what that means is says, okay, well, let's still kind of keep it up in this range, and let's wait a bit. Let's just wait a bit and pump it up higher to see if it's going to be easier. What we're looking for is the ability to pump it up high on a low volume candle. That's what we're looking for. In addition to that, we're also looking for decreasing volume. Decreasing volume. That's what we're looking for. So right now that's high volume. So after high volume, there might be low volume. We'll see. I don't know. It goes both ways. But here is just like, okay, is it going to go up or down or up or down? Let's go look at a historical chart here. And if you go ahead and Google, you can Google Wyckoff. That's Wyckoff right there. You can Google that. Google Wyckoff reaccumulation. Okay. And look for some of these little charts. So lo and behold, look. There's our BC, our buying climax, our AR, our ST. And then you have this gobbledygook here in the center. I mean, it could be lots of things that get up. And notice up in here, right where it says creek. Okay, we have a creek that could be forming. That's right here. So what would a creek look like? Something like that, right? And then it's going to do something and then jump up. So we'll have a side of the creek on the left and another side on the right. Just looking at that picture there, see? That's a creek. Then you have a jump across the creek. That would be another upthrust above, equal to or above the previous buying climax. Does some stuff, and then from there just goes up. If the volume supports it, okay? This stuff here, this reaccumulation phase, which I definitely think we're in, is a reaccumulation, can last a while. And a reaccumulation is a temporary pause in a long-term or major upswing. And that's what we've had. We've had a major upswing, right? And it's not quite so long-term, but it's long-term enough. But it's primarily a major increase, and then it kind of stalls. So if we go to the 1 day, and let me scan in. Okay, there we go. So going up. Okay, a little bit of a stall. And yeah, so we'll see what's going on. Now right here, it still looks like a huge swing up with the scale here because it's a little bit messed up. But let me go to the 1 hour. Okay, there. Molto bene. That looks a little bit better. So there we go. Let me get rid of this line because I don't really like those kind of lines. That's just me. So where's this thing going? Well, it could do a little bit of a stall up here. It could come all the way back down. Could come all the way back down to this area here, to where that boxes here that I'm labeling spring. It could do that. And what that would be is it come down, boom, and then from here it make like one of those V's and just skyrocket up, right? That's what everybody's thinking, but they're thinking not only that, it's not only going to do that, I mean, there's some real bears in the market that think this thing's going all the way down to, you know, 3,500 to retest. Let me get the, hate to do this, but let me get the volume off. To go down and retest the previous automatic rally here. So you notice this is an AR. Okay, this is a, yeah, this is an AR. It's like a selling climax, just like what we had before. So interesting stuff as far as Wyckoff goes. Anyway, so that's BTC Bitcoin, and it is just doing its thing. Let's go back, take another look at it. It hit that box, so that's great. Yeah. So on these target boxes, you make target boxes and stuff because that's a decision point. When it breaks the box, you say, oh, I need to execute the plan that I had associated with when it hit this level. Same as this. Same as this. What was the plan? Did you have a plan? Do you know what the plan is? Stuff like that. And then you can, you know, hopefully profit. So, yeah. Let's go take a look at Ether here. Let me reduce that. Let's go back to Ether USD. And ETH. Yeah, ETC's going bonkers, isn't it? Up 13%. Ether, though, 8%. So let's bring up Ether. How is that looking? Going to do it on the same time scale. Oh, look, similar pattern, isn't it? Similar pattern. So we have our AR. We actually have a another test down here. Boom, came up, shot way up. That's above. Now this one's a little bit more volatile, so we could actually see something come way down here, right? And then, but I don't think it's going to be that steep. I think this is going to be a slower bleed with some pain, and then perhaps we'll start seeing some more goodies come. That's one scenario. Could come right down here to this level and bounce. Could go right here and bounce. Okay, let's bring up the volume again. And let's take a look at the volume. Okay, so we have declining volume. That's good, but it's not low volume. So I'm looking for declining volume that goes down to a pretty pathetic amount. so we'll see what happens with that. But Ether is just going, I mean, it was going bonkers, right? Pretty much parabolic. And this is on the 30-minute logarithmic scale, people. Okay? So we'll see. People say, oh, scissor tops, it's going to crash. Yeah, whatever. Things go up and down. So we'll see if we want to draw a trend line here. Let's take it from this point here. We go out, we come up, and I'm looking for the first touch. Boom. I was looking right in here, so there's our line. And all of a sudden, so we have two touches, and then, hey, we have another touch. So that looks like a pretty good support line. If we do another one here, let's go from here to here. And that would be like a channel, right? A trading channel. So we can see what's going on there. Yeah. Another thing that you do in Wyckoff is that not so much those lines. Well, you can. It depends on your preference, right? But you would draw a horizontal line from the bottom of the AR. That's one thing you do. And then this is markup for a reaccumulation. And so this whole thing would be the big trading range here. Okay. And that's another important line right there. That's over on this guy. And yeah, so we'll see what's going on here. Yeah, it's going up again. So is it going to go up? Yeah, it could. It can just kind of like do this and go up. If it does that, which it depends on the volume here. If we start getting more volume and more excitement out of Asia, that could carry over to the US. And let's go take a look at the US. What is the US doing? Let's go to the NASDAQ. It's up 38 points. Let me get rid of that. Look, very similar, isn't it? Very similar. So that one's just hanging around near up at the top. And yeah, so it looks like we could see, it doesn't look like it's getting tired to me. This looks like it's yeah, it still wants to go up some more. That's on the NASDAQ. How about the Dow? Dow looks the same. Looks like we're, is that going to be bumped up? Let's scroll in. This is on 45-minute. And please note this market is closed right now. Okay, it's going to open again tomorrow on Monday. So yeah, so how's that look? Came down. Nice big green candle, right? Have almost a hammer forming. And yeah, so yeah, I think it looks to me like this is still a pretty strong market. So I think that is going to carry on over into Bitcoin and the crypto market as a whole. So we'll see. So that's the Dow, that's the NASDAQ, all that good stuff. It's important to take a look at these guys. If you're not, do so. Okay, so that is Ethereum. So yeah, things are looking good. One nice thing I like is that it's consolidating, just doing its little chilling out thing above this big line right here. Okay, above that line. I like that. Let me get rid of that. To me, that's an important thing. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Best of luck to everyone. And that is what else was I going to look like? Let's go take a look at Ripple, because Ripple's an interesting thing. People are like freaking out on Ripple. Oh my god, what's happening with XRP? Ripple's doing fantastic. XRP, not so great. What's going on with XRP? If we scroll out, let me go to the 4 hour. Now let's go to the day. Is this the chart I wanted? Is this on ETH? I think my drawing, is that the right coin? No, it's the wrong coin. XRP. So right now down 8%. Let me expand that out. Come on. There. Okay, so XRP, let me go ahead and color this line differently. I've had this line drawn. Let me make it a different color. Orange, that sucks. That sucks too. That's better. That's a good color. Okay, I've had this line, this whole line drawn here for quite some time. And how did I know? I've had this line drawn back in around, gosh, this area here. Okay? And like people are asking, how do you know? How do you know? Reason being is because, you know, and why it's following this downward trend is because it had a lot of money put in. A lot of money put in. And given the volume here, it took a tremendous amount of effort to get it there. And they're wanting it back, okay? But what this did, this tremendous amount of effort, allowed for this. And which allowed for that, and allowed for that, okay? That's when the CO, the composite operator, the market makers, are actually getting out. They want to bump it up, and they want to keep on bumping it up so they can get out of a coin or a stock in pretty much stealth mode, okay? And so they'll bump it up a little to create FOMO. They'll get out, they'll get out, they'll get out. Sell, 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 sell. That's their whole thing. So if you're into Wyckoff and stuff like that, you can see, oh, the composite operator, well, this is distribution. which means that at the end of distribution, it dumps. I mean, it takes a wicked dump, okay? And wicked dump, I'm talking like this. Wicked dump, okay? Like, oh, that doesn't make sense. Let's check this out. All you have to do is go to Mark Wyckoff and mark down. That's the markdown phase. And look at all these little pictures that you can look at. Let's bring this one up. There we go. So we have distribution up here at the top, and then it goes down, and then it just pretty much collapses. Whammo. And then you do have some stages like reaccumulation. You have some pauses, redistribution, etc. Comes down, it forms that V that everybody thinks Bitcoin's going to do. I doubt it. I'm not giving that any weight. But for XRP, yeah, that looks just like what it is. And people say, oh, well, that kind of looks like, if you're into patterns, if you've heard about, oh, that's a double top, or that's a head and shoulders. Okay, there you go. Look at that big, huge head and shoulders. Almost a double top. Came back down. Got bought up again. Trying to bump the price up so they can sell their coins for more money. It's just how it goes. And so they're exiting the market. They're exiting XRP. And so right now, I got out of it. And same as XLM. I'm out of both of those because that's what it looks like to me. The market makers are exiting the coin, or trying to, or already have, in a stealth fashion. So we'll see where that goes, because it could skyrocket up. I could be completely wrong, but so far, it's pretty predictable, right? And that's about it. So good. That's about it for this. We're just taking a look at a few coins. Took a look at ETH, BTC, XRP. And so yeah, please like, subscribe, get notified. And that's about it for this video. And I'm just going to go over to the chat and say hi to people and maybe take a few questions and stuff like that. So all the people that are bailing, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, get notified. And we're going to the chat. Hey, there's the chat. And what is up with my stream health? I don't know. Let me pop this out. Let me go back over here. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. I have no idea. So hey guys, thanks for coming. Appreciate it. And I have no idea what's going on with the chat and my stream health. An error occurred. Please try again later. Playback ID. Learn more. Well, doesn't that just bite? Hey, if you guys can hear me, let me know. Type something in. Sit to play, type something in. Anybody? This is a bummer. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to start the stream again. Can you guys hear me? If so, hit type something in. Hey, I can hear you. I can hear you. Awesome. Truther1 says, yeah, we can hear you. Very strange thing. Must be something going on in San Jose or something like that. Anyway, so hey everyone. That's technical difficulties. One of the benefits of going live. So there's Todd. Hey Todd, how's it going? He says, caution as Bitcoin nears the 50 weekly moving average. Yeah, that's one of the signs that I use to take advantage of the retail traders. Yeah, that's a retail thing. Yeah, that's important to keep an eye on. So you can tell what the retail traders are thinking. Yeah, doesn't that sound terrible? Yeah, but it's called being a shark. It's called being able to get into the mentality of the market maker. The market maker's thinking, how can we manipulate these people and what are they going to be thinking? Oh, well, we have a 50-week moving average. We have a 200-week. We have a 20-week. We have a, whatever week. What are they going to be thinking? Well, they're going to be thinking it's going to be going up. Well, let's dump it. Well, they think it's going to be going down. Let's dump it. They think there's no way it can dump again. Let's dump it. Or it can never go up. Let's do a Jedi candle on it. Anything to get their coins, to increase their supply so they can jump up the price and sell it high. It's a game. So as far as I know, a lot of people out there pay attention to the moving averages, the stuff like that. I don't pay attention to them at all. Okay? I look at the game for the most part. You notice the only thing I use basically here is I draw little lines, I draw boxes, and I look at the volume. Okay? The only reason I'm drawing these trend lines here like this is for you guys. I don't use them on my other trading software thingy, okay? I have boxes and volume and little lines, and that's about it. Yeah, I do draw the lines that go across like I showed you on Bitcoin. But for the most part, man, only if I'm trying to gauge what the retail investor is trying to think. Very manipulative, isn't it? But that's how you get into the mindset of being that's how you get into the mindset of the composite operator instead of the retail investor, okay? That's how the big boys play. So as far as caution, 50-week moving average, no, I think it's going up, man. If you want my opinion. Still going up. Why? Because this is still... Let me get out of this damn XRP. Let's go to BTC and USD. Keep in mind that was XRP versus ETH. Okay? Let's go to BTC again. This is reaccumulation. Alright? It's reaccumulation. It meets the criteria. Short pause during a short pause after a major increase. Okay, that's reaccumulation. It's pausing right now. It's doing some tests. Still small time frame, but still that's what's happening in the long term. So as far as it bouncing up and down, whatever average, doesn't mean a thing really for me. Thank you, though, for the warning. I appreciate the energy behind it. All right? I really do. What a great week for cryptos. Absolutely. Fantastic week, huh? So Fina says, weekend volume has been pretty amazing, like 6 times normal weekend volume. Yeah, amazing, isn't it? Truly amazing. Look at all this volume. All this volume started happening after this big increase. That's when somebody decided to actually get in. Right? And this is when somebody decided to get out. Then after that, this is manipulation to build up the market, to keep it going, to build a frenzy. They want a frenzy. Look at all of those transactions they could have. Amazing. And so who do I think is one of the primary composite operators behind this? Fidelity. They've been mining since 2015, guys. Okay? I also think they're responsible for this as well. this was a big test for the market. You could look at this as a buying climax up here. This is a much longer time frame. So you have a buying climax, right? And get off of there. Let me click on him, Control C, Control V. Let me bring him down. So what's way down here? That would be an AR, that would be the AR, the selling climax. Boom. Comes up here. That's the automatic rally. So here you draw a line, bottom of the rally. Is it Control H? Let's go here. Alt H. Top of the rally, right there. Oh, look at that trading range. You broke out of that trading range. Whammo. Bullish. Okay, let's do it again. Let's see if we can bump it up again, because it already broke out of that range. But this could be the AR. That could be the buying climax. So you could have a line way up here. Right? Trading range. Huge trading range. And then it's going to break out of there. Yeah. And so the volumes are relative. Okay? So if it continues on this volume, I mean, look at it. It's huge. Bigger player. We had one player get out, making room for another player. Some type of backroom talk, okay? The people that do this know each other. Millionaires talk to millionaires. Billionaires talk to billionaires. But yeah, huge, huge volume. More players in the market, more big players. Retail cannot create that kind of volume. Thank you for the comment. Gabriel says, live long and prosper with DGB. Yeah, DGB is a great coin. Do your research on it. Hey, Slim Shady, how's it going? Hey, Christoph, how's it going? Doing good, man. Thanks for asking. Christoph says, fundamentals of DGB are great. Yeah, they're awesome. Do your research on DGB. Pretty awesome, man. And Royan says, DGB looking ready to break. Well, let's go take a look at DGB right quick. Yeah, so let's go over here to DGB USD. How about, let's do Bitfinex. Oh, okay, so time frame. Let's make that 4 hours, see if that looks any better. No. Let's go to DGB USDT Bittrex. That looks better. There's more activity there. Okay, yeah, so you have the same thing. You have a big old upthrust. It's doing its, it's doing its thing. Had the buying climax. Automatic rally. Coming up, doing a test on an upthrust, and now it's like doing another test. That one shot a little bit low. I would have liked to have seen it up in this area. So to me, that was actually a failed test for DGB, so it doesn't look as promising as Bitcoin. Okay, so then you'd say, oh, okay, well, here's a line. So for DGB, I would expect it, instead of going up, to actually make it come down here and do a test to the lower areas, to here, or to back at this level here. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for, DGB. It could skyrocket. It could dump to hell. So, you know, it's a market. Fundamentally, though, it's a fantastic coin. Check out DGB. But yeah, it's had a nice run here, along with everything else. And congrats to all the DGB holders. Yay, DGB. So yeah, notice here how I have this marked up. Buying climax. AR, ST. So this thing is just getting going for another test on a larger scale. Okay, and this is on a 4-hour scale. You see that scale right there? So it's doing its thing. So yeah, Can it meander and go up and hit this box? Can it go down here? You know, there's lots of ways it can go up. But best of luck to you guys. I like DGB. Amor asks, how am I feeling? I'm feeling pretty good. Thanks, Amor. ¿Cómo está? How you feeling? And then Gabriel D says, hey, I can hear you. Great. Oh, good. There's more things in the chat, so I had to refresh. Let's see what we're going. There's Hanjo. Konbanwa, Hanjo. Aloha. Hanjo says, aloha, Aaron. You were prophetic when declared the bull market started. Okay, when I declared when the bull market started, it certainly looks like it did. One to look for is IOST. He's made a 3x gain since February. Yeah, so congrats. I mean, there's plenty of things in here where there's good price action, okay? And it doesn't matter whether the fundamentals are good or not on the coin. You could play it straight off of price action. And as an example, Dogecoin, right? Dogecoin, no fundamentals. It has a picture of a dog. That's its fundamentals, basically. Really, no more than that. But yet, awesome gains. Yes. What a joke. And that's just where this market is at right now. A lot of it is pure speculation, for the most part. But yeah, it just skyrocketed up, and it's doing a reset. It's looks like it's done, or in process of doing a hard crash. Looks like it's finding support here, though. It's slowed, so we'll see what happens. Bouncing around, pretty low volume. Yeah, 3x gains. Yeah, I mean, this one's a fun one to play. So you have, that's a nice play. That's a nice play. Well, actually, starting from here. That's a nice play. That's a good play. Could have been a good play. Another good play. If you do shorts, which I don't. Nice play there if you do shorts. So this is a really fun coin. This is a really fun coin. A lot of cool things about it. And yeah, but right now looks a little bit indecisive. That was certainly a that was certainly natural looking, wasn't it? So anyway, best of luck to you. As far as interest in that right now, you know, it could be doing something like this. We'll see how far it goes if it goes up again. I haven't got into that part of it. For me, it's just a wait. I'm neutral to it, but glad to hear you done well on it. That's awesome. Okay, Truther1 asks, at some point, do whales FOMO? Yes. That's why the market is manipulated, to get the whales to FOMO. Keep in mind that a composite operator can buy all the whales in the market. Okay? We're talking about someone who has the financial ability to purchase the entire crypto market. All of it. If they so desire. All of it. Okay? And you're saying, oh, Aaron. Oh, Aaron, that's BS. Total market cap, 186 billion. That's with a B. Fidel, 7 trillion with a T. Okay? It takes 5 times that amount to equal 1 trillion, right? Yeah. So they definitely could buy the entire market. Not a problem. If they so wish to. It's that size. So that size of investor. There's others that are also have trillions of dollars out there, or 500 billion, etc., that are manipulating the market, because it's a game. Once you have so much, you just want more. Okay, and so what they're doing is that they are manipulating the whales to cause them to get FOMO or to get scared. And keep in mind that a lot of the whales do not have an institutional investment mentality, the same as a composite operator. So they are just the same as retail. There's no different. And a lot of institutions don't. Okay, there's some really good institutions out there. There's some really good family offices out there that don't. Oh, you're probably asking me about proof on XRP, where big money's coming out. Check out XRP and Grayscale. Grayscale actually came out and said they've been exiting XRP. Okay, which is interesting that they actually admitted it. So do your Google on that. And Grayscale, if you don't know, well, do your Google on that. But yeah, so certainly whales can get FOMO. The amount of money that they have can't compare to a composite operator. They're just a whale. They're not a megalodon. Okay, megalodons eat whales. CEOs are megalodons. Good question. So Robert Heath says, VeChain tech aligned with hybrid video board game play table could be massive in the future. You know, that is so boring. So boring. VeChain and yet another massive, potentially a massive partnership. One after the other. I know, so boring. If any other coin got that, they would shoot up 300% in an hour. VeChain, yeah, it's just kind of taken for granted. Maybe Playtable. Playtable must be a scam. Same as Italy. Italy must be a scam. And China, of course, is a scam. We all know that. BYD, scam. Beamer, yeah, I mean, who likes Beamers? They cost too much to repair. Natural gas in China. That just burns too much. It's got to be causing some type of environmental issue. Oh, and this whole carbon credit thing to track environmental issues like that, so it can help China reduce pollution. That's got to be a scam too. Total scam. Play table. A little table where you can put your little board pieces on something. Like if you do Dungeons and Dragons, you can have your little character on there and move it around, whatever. Oh yeah. That's not like anybody plays board games. Yeah. Being totally facetious. Yeah, it could be a big deal. It could start something, which I think will be a trend where people are really want to get their kids away from their phones and away from their computers, just sitting at a desk, and actually have some type of family time. Okay? And it's geared at the younger generation, so those in their 30s or whatever, that actually grew up integrated with technology. All right? So as far as it being massive in the future, yay, it very well could be. It very well could be. So if you guys don't know about Playtable, go to VeChain and check it out. But it's going to be using VeThor, and it uses the little tags on it. Tags on little pieces. So you could have like a Monopoly showing up on this. Basically, it's a big old touch screen. Okay? And so you'd have the image of Monopoly board on this touchscreen, and you move your pieces. Whammo. Oh, guess what? You'll know if you try to cheat. It recognizes dice rolls and all that good stuff. Really, really cool idea. And it's been in the works for a while, and right now they're putting VeChain on top of it. Way, way cool. Check it out. Oh, and Kachichi asks, what do I think about Holo? It's listed on Binance. Well, I hold Holo. That's what I sold XLM and XRP for. I sold it for Holo and some other things. But yeah, I've been holding Holo chain for a while. It is a unique. It's unique to the space as far as its technology goes. And so I really like Holochain, and it looks like Binance is busy. Isn't that interesting? Am I still streaming again? It says bad video settings, but I don't know what's going on. It was working here. Maybe this thing has screwed it up. Let's kill that. Let's kill that. Let's kill that. Can I click on anything else? It's thinking. F5. Man. Come on, Binance. How are you going to deal with the volume of the people? Get your computer squared away, man. Don't want the same thing again to happen. Okay, good. Okay, let's go to hot. Yeah, so I like Holochain a lot. I talked about it. Get in low, and there was a 3.5x opportunity for Holo if it ever comes up. Anyway, I hold Holochain. I like Holochain. I also like Zilliqa, and it looks like Binance isn't liking me at all. If I click on fun, this is really upsetting. There must be something going on in San Jose or Sacramento with the network. Hope you guys can still hear me. Anyway, yeah, I like Holochain, but this is all getting messed up. So anyway, guys, I'm going to call it. So hope you have a good evening, and I'll catch you later. Bye.